salt also.
He's talking about Dandi. He'd gone to Dandi.
I also went to Dandi in my vacations. There were Dandi Museum. I went on after that. We went to.
Ma'am, I saw
We went to
dolphins
Dandi.
in movies.
Ma'am,
Okay.
ma'am,
Yeah.
I want to tell you something that before this all, before the vacation, a long time ago, 2 to 3 months before, or no, ma'am, at last year, December or October, at Saturday, we were planned to go to the Dandi beach and the museum. My aunt and also were coming with us. So, ma'am, we confirmed that it is open on Saturday. We traveled a lot. Then, when we reached, we saw the board that it is closed on vacations.
Hmm.
The beach was also closed.
Is it? The beach was
Yes,
closed
ma'am.
because of this corona and all.
No, we asked that man, but he said that every day it's open, but on holiday it is closed.
Hmm. Okay.
It was very bad.
Okay. So, children, today we are going to. Have you all read the story which is in the textbook? Which
Yes,
is in
ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm not read the story in the textbook, but from when I was 3 years, I've read Gulliver's Travel 10 to 15 times.
Hmm.
Yes, I know he traveled and he got in a financial city.
Ma'am, can I say something?
Okay. Yeah, Yash, tell me quickly. I have to start the video.
Ma'am, this was an episode of that
Switch
Chota
on your
Bheem.
camera first, all of you. All those who are talking to me. Switch on your cameras, please. Yeah.
And I remember this was an episode of Chota Bheem.
Huh? Gulliver's Travel.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Let's. Uh, okay, I'm playing the video, and nobody please switch. Nobody will switch on the mic because then the voice will echo. Okay.
Good
We'll,
morning,
if
ma'am.
you have any questions, good morning, Dhyan. If you have any questions, we'll attend in the end. Okay. I'm just playing the video. Let me know whether you can hear.
Gulliver reached Nottinghamshire on the 24th of April, 1702.
Ma'am, Gulliver went in 1662 or something and came back in 1702.
Yeah, because they did not have those times at that time. No, so possibly they calculated
Ma'am,
it like this. And tell me
Ma'am,
one
what
thing.
died
Have
already.
you?
story? What
Shouldn't he
story?
have died already at that point?
This is just a story. This is not a fictional
Yeah,
story. This is not
the
reality.
story should
Let's
be a
not.
bit
Ma'am, this is
realistic to
fairy
be able
tales.
to believe it. For him.
Yeah.
He
So,
must have died in it. Wouldn't have
have
lived
you
before then.
have you read the story which is in the textbook? No. How many of you
Yeah.
read? How many of you?
Yes.
No, ma'am, Kevna.
Yep,
Huh?
ma'am, I've read.
Khedna?
Anya.
Ma'am, I have read like few lines. Ma'am, I have read also.
Okay. So, what is the difference between the story that we, here we've heard now and the one which is in the book? What's the difference? All those who have read the story which is in the textbook will only be able to tell me the difference.
Ma'am, I have only read a few lines only, so I don't
Very
know.
bad. So that's not called reading the chapter. So nobody has read the chapter. Amazing. I have some
Ma'am, I've
amazing people
read.
in my class. Okay, Migdad. So what is the difference between the two
Yes, ma'am,
stories?
the difference was it wasn't the story wasn't about the in the story in the YouTube story the giant man came to the small island. In the book, the small man came to the giant island. So it was
Correct.
real.
So actually, the Gulliver travel that we just saw in the video, what did it show? That Gulliver was actually a normal human being like all of us, but
I
he
got
went to a land of dwarfs. You can say a land of dwarfs where people were like
of
so
little
small.
people.
Okay, so small. So that's why the place, the island was called Lilliput. The name of that island was Lilliput, and that's why they used to call themselves Lilliputians. But in the story that we are going to read in the textbook, it is just the opposite. Now he's still a normal human being, but the place where he has reached, the island where he has reached, is an island which is inhabited by giants, which are like
Ma'am,
10 times
another
bigger
thing.
than him, 100 times or maybe 10 times
Another
bigger
thing.
than him. So now Lilliput is this.
There was another difference.
Lilliput is this much and the giants are big. It is just the opposite of the story that we have read. Yeah, what
Ma'am,
is the
there's
other
one more
difference with that?
difference.
What is the other
Yes,
difference with
ma'am.
that?
In the book, he didn't drown and reach the island. In
Right.
the story we saw on YouTube, he drowned and came to the island.
And yeah, this is a
That was
different
also
story.
he reached by boat to the island in the book story.
Ma'am, it is not actually Gulliver's travel. There is one more story like that, but I don't remember the name. It was similar like Gulliver's travel.
Let me just
Gulliver,
read the whole book.
Ma'am, this is
There is a whole book on it. It is a novel. It's like a book
So,
on it.
ma'am, in that
Yes,
Gulliver gets shrink. He goes.
ma'am, there is a
There
movie
were
type
big
of
people,
also.
and he was very small, like the Lilliputian. He
You know?
was small. There is one more story which you are explaining now. So
Huh.
there were big giants, and he went very small, and his boat was also very small.
So that's a different story. Okay. So let's come back to the book. So this one is about an autobiography. This says that this is a Gulliver's autobiography, the one which we have in the book, which is again from the book Gulliver's Travel only, which is
Ma'am?
written by Jonathan Swift. Yes.
Ma'am, I would not be able to read because I don't have the book.
No, I am reading it for you all. Okay, I'm reading it for you all. So when a person tells the story of his life in his own words, it is called an autobiography. Like I am saying the story of my own life. But when somebody else is telling you the story of somebody else, then it is called a biography. What is it called? Biography. So that's the difference between the two. If I am writing the life story of myself in a book, that's called an autobiography. And if somebody else is writing for me on my life, then it's called a biography. So Gulliver, a sailor, was once caught in the land of giants. This is how he describes his experience. On the 16th of June, 1730, we discovered land. Our captain sent a dozen men with vessels for water, if any could be found. When we came to land, we saw no river or spring, nor any inhabitants. That means no people were there. I went on to explore. The country was barren and rocky. What do you mean by barren? There were no vegetation, there were no crops, there was no greenery. So the land was barren, and rocky means it was full of rocks, full of stones, rocks. I turned back to join the crew only to see them getting into the boat and rowing for life to get to the ship. And he had gone too far from the island where the ship was tied up. But when he moved back and saw behind, he saw that the people who had come along with him were trying to get away from the island, and they were in a boat, so they were trying to go into the ship. And they forgot that Gulliver was there on the island, and they left him there only. Before I could reach them, I observed a huge creature walking after them in the sea as fast as he could. The water of the ocean reached only his knees. However, the monster was unable to overtake the speeding boat. I turned back quickly and climbed up a steep hill with fields of barley on either side and the corn rising up to 40 feet. There was a fence to pass from one field to the other. Why do you think that the corn that he's talking about is of 40 feet? Why do you think he's thinking that the corn is 40 feet of height? Because he himself is very small. Because he himself is very small. Suppose I turn small today and I turn this much, I will feel this mobile is also so big because I have to see like this.
Ma'am, when you will play games in that, then what will happen?
I will not be able to hold it only. I will not be able
Ma'am,
to
you
hold it
will-
only.
ma'am, you
I'll find
will
it is
play-
very heavy and I'll
Ma'am, you
find
will stand on
that
it.
Ma'am,
if,
this story
if
is
it
about
falls on me, I will die.
Exeter will land.
Ah, yeah. If
And-
it falls on me, I will
and-
die under the weight of the mobile. Alright?
No,
So
ma'am, but
Gulliver
if
was
it is placed somewhere, then you need to run to click here, then you need to run to click
yeah,
here.
yeah.
You will
So
be tired.
Gulliver was so small that the normal field of corn was also looking to him like it is like 40 feet. Okay. That's why it is the things are exaggerated here. It was impossible for me to climb because every step was 6 feet high. So, if you climb the stairs, if we are normal human beings, we climb the stairs quickly. But if I am of this size, how will I climb? I will need a ladder to climb one step. Okay, are you imagining? I will need a ladder to climb one step. It was 6 feet high. 6 feet is how much? It is as big as your door of the house. A door is almost like 7 feet. The door of the houses are normally 7 feet. So you can imagine how much will be 6 feet. So he was thinking that the height of one step to the other step is 6 feet. I was trying to find a gap in the hedge when I discovered one of the inhabitants in the next field walking towards the fence. He was of the same size as the creature chasing the boat. Now, all these men were of normal size, normal human beings. But why were they seeming like giants to Gulliver? Because he himself had reduced to a little size. I was struck with utmost fear and astonishment and ran to hide myself. He called in a voice much louder than a trumpet. It sounded like thunder. 7 monsters like him came towards the field ready to reap the corn. They carried a reaping hook which was very big. When one of the reapers approached where I lay hidden, I screamed as loud as I could. Why did he scream? Because he would have got hurt with those reaper. You see the reaper in the picture? It is so sharp. So if it would have, got into his body, he would have got hurt badly. So he screamed as loud as he could. The creature stopped reaping, picked me up between his thumb and forefinger. So you can imagine how big is he. He held him like this with his thumb and the forefinger and brought me close to his eyes, 60 feet above the ground. He looked at me with curiosity and blew my hair aside to get a better view of my face. He called his friends and gently placed me on the ground. They all sat on the ground to take a good look at me. I walked slowly backward and forward, pulled off my hat, and made a low bow towards the farmers. I tried to speak to them loudly in several languages, but each time I did so, the farmer who picked me up held his ear very close to me, but in vain. Now he's so small. If he's speaking something from such a low level, will I be able to hear? No. So the farmers were trying hard. They were like this. What is he trying to say? So he was trying hard that what is he trying to say? But they still could not hear it. And wherein Gulliver was shouting on top of his voice. Still they could not hear him. The farmer took me to his house and placed me at some distance on the dining table, which was 30 feet high from the floor. Dinner was brought for the farmer in a dish which was 10 feet in diameter. Now, if it's a small person, a normal plate would also look like this big plate to him. In the middle of the dinner, I heard a noise behind me. It was the purring of a cat that was 10 times larger than an ox. The farmer's wife was stroking him. Then entered the farmer's 1-year-old son in the arms of a lady. Now you can imagine if the people are so huge, the baby would be so how huge? How huge would
Ma'am,
the baby be? Right? If he's saying that the people are 60 feet, then the baby will be approximately
30
20
feet,
to
approx
25.
20,
Right?
30 feet.
Approximately 15 feet.
Yeah,
Like,
he was finding the baby also like a small monster. And what did the baby do? Then entered the farmer's 1-year-old son in the arms of a lady. On seeing me, the child grabbed me from the table and put my head into his mouth. So what did he do? He was on the table. He just picked it up and put it on his mouth. The children have a habit, no? Whatever they get in the hand, they put it in the mouth. So he simply put it in the mouth. I shouted so loudly that the baby dropped me. So when he came near the baby's mouth, he screamed like hell, because of which the baby got scared and he dropped him. Now imagine if he would have fallen on the floor, how he
ma'am,
would have
imagine
become
someone eating us.
injured. Yeah.
So much he must.
Ma'am, imagine someone eating our head.
I know. And that would be like so small. Yeah. I would have broken my neck if the mother had not held her apron under me. So, what did the mother do? She lifted her apron and she brought it like this, so that when Gulliver falls, it falls in the cloth. Like the net that we have when somebody is falling from a
In the
height.
story, the net we had in the story,
Yeah,
that kind of
same,
thing.
same. I would have broken my neck if the mother had not held her apron under me. Later, she put me on her own bed and covered me with a clean white handkerchief. Then she took her to her own room and placed her handkerchief. Now, if Gulliver is so small, the size of the handkerchief for him will be the size of the bed sheet,
Blanket.
the
Yes,
size
ma'am.
of a blanket, or the size of a bed sheet. I slept dreaming of my home, my wife, and my children. Nice story, no? Look at the this thing, Gulliver sleeping on the bed. He's so tiny,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
He's so
Eating someone is a very, very nice story.
tiny. I know. Okay, so how was the story? It's
Yes,
totally opposite of what we saw in the video, right? So we saw two
Yeah, it
Gulliver
was opposite. Because
opposite
they visited a land of small guys. In this, they visited a land of big guys.
giant.
And they
Please read the story one more time at home. Tomorrow we'll
absolutely like
continue with the
reverse.
question answers and the exercises. Okay? Yes. Somebody had a question? Okay. No problem. We'll meet
Bye,
in
ma'am.
the HRM. Bye bye.
Bye, ma'am.